Test. Test. Hola, me llamo Pyro. It's almost getting custom. Greeting in Spanish. Okay, hello. It's me, Pyro, the Dokeby. uh, Last week, we saw a bit of like a two-sided story. We saw what the people, like our main characters, were doing. So, uh, uh, oh my god, my brain is lagging really bad right now. Jihye, we saw, we mainly saw Jihye and Go, Gi, Huiwon. We mainly saw Jihye and Huiwon. and how the people were interested in making them out to be heroes and everything. Like, just still thinking that the whole scenario thing didn't affect them in any way at all. But considering that the scenarios will come back, and this time probably not only inside of the Seoul Dome, but like in a Korea Dome or in a global dome or something like Earth Dome, those people are going to see what massacre is going to be happening to them in the future. We also saw Dogja going around a bit in the 74th Demon Realm, trying to gather ingredients to form a new body for himself, because his body, he was lacking a physical form. So he was traveling around, gathering different kind of story bits, story things here and there to build his new body, which means he will probably have new abilities when we see him fight the next time or interact with other things next time. We did see one thing, which was like some ability that he got from Byung into addition to the egg, which is his child inside of it. It was some sort of Kirin ability, Kirin evolution. I think the Kirin evolution just like checking for like stories that are worth it to be absorbed, or I'm not entirely sure what the Kirin evolution was doing. That we're going to find it out. But I really kind of, call me a psychopath, but I'm really interested in seeing how the scenarios are going to continue, and how the ordinary people who are not inside of the Soul, like in the Soul Dome or in general just any dome, are going to handle things happening to them now. Right now they're like, oh my god, these heroes, they can tell us so many stories, it will be so entertaining. But it's going to be horrible for them once they like actually need to do something as well. Hello Midnight, welcome to the stream. I hope you had a nice day, and it's only going to get nicer from here on out. So, also, who you won't remember that Dogja said that when he is not there, people should go together with Sooyoung. He did not really say why people should be with Sooyoung, but people trust Dogja. And Dogja's opinion, Dogja's ideas always ended in at least a pretty decent way. So I guess Huiwon and Jisha, also together with other people, are going to join Sooyoung, and then are going to see how everything is going to turn out. I'm also wondering, we know that Jihye did not read everything in the story, but what does it mean to read? So did she maybe still skim through the chapters to like steal ideas, to plagiarize, which she obviously didn't do because Sooyoung would never plagiarize the novel? Or do we already surpass the point of what Sooyoung was reading? I really do believe that like she actually, when it comes to actual reading, she did not read as far as we already progressed in the story. I don't think so. But somebody can tell me if there was something going on that was like inside of like a paradise where it was mentioned that Sooyoung still knew how the story would develop. I'm not entirely sure. But that's also a question of like how much does Sooyoung really know. I know she's going to go for what actually belongs to her, which led me to believe that she's going to go after, like, when she split her memories into different beings, and one memory was so big that that thing grew like sentient and is like outside somewhere now. I'm wondering if like she's going to absorb that to get a power boost, to regain memories, to regain something. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting as well to see how that plot continues. And now we get into chapter 225 of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. Oh, he's still not completely recovered. I thought he was already completely recovered, but it seems like his arm and chest still have like the broken parts. The fourth wall said, "Where am I?" His face as well. Don't copy me. Dr. Kim thought to himself, I should pick this up. You idiot. After spending 4 days walking around heaps of garbage, you end up being so desperate for someone to talk to that even the fourth wall will do. In a way, it's a comfort that I'm not just talking to myself. I'm sleepy. Hang in there. Your talking makes it easier for me. Some of the absorbed stories are causing a configuration conflict. Darn, this isn't as easy as I hoped. The fragments of stories I obtained by using Lamarck's Kirin. I'm calling it Kirin, I don't care. The ruined heart of the young gold dragon. And the right arm of the pitiful swordmaster. Okay, so we do see what he's picking up. We saw the heart, but it wasn't really named, and now we get the name drops for that. The first story fragment's original name was Ruined heart of the young gold dragon who was torn apart by the otherworld god. However, the torn apart by the otherworld god part wasn't absorbed. This is the advantage of Lamarck's giraffe. Lamarck's kitty. So it only absorbs the good part, which is like, this is the ruined heart of the young gold dragon. But it didn't absorb the part of like who was torn apart by the otherworld god, because being torn apart might give your story a more vulnerable thing, maybe make it less defensive, not as good. Meanwhile, if it's just a ruined young gold dragon, that sounds quite powerful. Since Lamarckian inheritance isn't a widely accepted theory, it's not as effective in absorbing stories as other evolution type attributes. Lamarck. Lamarck. That's evolution theory. Do I know that? Did I hear that before? Oh, but it could be Lamarck's giraffe, because the first thing that comes up with me here is also evolution theory, Lamarck, giraffe, and examples. So I'm wondering. So does that mean that there's other abilities like Lamarck's giraffe, Darwin's freaking whatever, Darwin's monkey, Cuvier's... What was Cuvier known for? Cuvier... I don't know. And what was... like, I guess there are other things. That's interesting. I can use that. So by failing, he created a good skill. Yeah, it seems like that. Also, welcome to that that left. But I'm wondering, I don't know if I can call it failing. Is it failing, or is it in a way that the Lamarckian inheritance, or like the Lamarckian ability here, basically just, it only took the good part? Like, you know how in evolution, you take the good part and continue it on to the next generation. And then the next generation takes the better part and continues on with that. So it makes sense that in an evolution thing, you take the good part that something has and leave away the bad part. Like, that's how evolution works, right? So I don't think it's failing. I think this is exactly how the story works, like only taking the good part. Like here, yeah, widely accepted theory is not as effective in absorbing stories as other evolution type attributes. But on the other hand, it also doesn't absorb negative traits of stories. Yeah, okay, as I thought. Your new physical incarnation is being formed. The creation of a new incarnation has delayed the destruction of your existence. This effect is only temporary, so you should return to a scenario as soon as possible. It's a bit chilly. Huh? Wait, I think it's a little warmer now. Someone is talking about you. Your story is being created on the planet Earth. Someone's talking about me? I wonder who. I doubt it's Jungyok. Could it be Hyunsung? Or Huiwon? Maybe Yusung? I've got no idea. It feels strange to know someone's talking about me somewhere, and that someone still remembers me. The story Legend of Dogeza Kim was created on the planet Peaceland. Dogeza Kim! Dogeza Kim! I really wish they'd get my name right over there. Yeah, I wonder if Peaceland is ever going to make a comeback. I mean, they're tiny people, so they're obviously not that powerful. But there's also like this Murim type character, the protagonist and everything. So I'm wondering if at least he will make a return. Anyway, the first thing I've got to do is to obtain the scenario of the Demon Realm. You are approaching a scenario area. The route I'm taking now is the same one Jungyok took in his 111th round. As long as nothing unusual pops up, the plan will likely work. Speaking of Jungyok's 111th round, it was quite eventful. I think that was a round when the author of Twister was in a slump. It was quite eventful, but the author was in a slump? I'm not sure if it was because I gave some advice in the comments, but a new character suddenly appeared and the story's viewpoint changed. Ooh, so that means we will get introduced to a new important character here. I know, cutie. Why is he calling it cutie? Come on, I know it's your child, but that's kind of weird, champ. I suppose I can't keep calling her Yusung once this hatches. What should I call her? At that moment, Dogja heard a noise. Rest. What's that? Ooh, is it a something picking up a broken flower clock thing? Is that a Gwenny man? No, it seems to be just like different types of demons. They're all carrying different valuables. Looking at like that they have these things written on their arms, it seems like that they might be a slave tribe. Like, yes, that's numbers. But these are on the left. This one has it on the... That's the right shoulder. So it is not always the left shoulder, because these three have it on the left, this one has it on the right. I guess it doesn't really matter if it's on the left or right arm. But these seem to be slaves carrying valuables to somewhere. Collection slaves. They take orders from those who govern the demon realm, and collect story fragments to use as fuel from around the horizon. Dr. Kim realized that if collection slaves were wandering about, an industrial complex should be nearby. Time for the slavery arc that every fantasy needs. Oh yeah, Dogja will need to adopt a slave, right? That's what every good story nowadays does, when a protagonist frees a slave, but doesn't really free a slave and still has them as like their own slave. But it's different because they treat their slave good. This really is how it does every story. It's so stupid. By the way, the dad that left. I'm saying this right now because I don't think you were there in any stream so far that I did the thing. And I don't know if you watched the VOD of that one Pyro stream that I accidentally streamed privately. There exists something now that is called the Pyro stock market. And you can invest in the pirate stock market with your coins, and then the coins can increase in value depending on the quality of the story. So you can tell me if you want to use your coins to invest in something, but if you don't care, that is also that is just an additional thing that people can do. As you can see in everything, like these are the stories that you can see. Ado, which is a musician, so it works a bit differently. Look at him, Tower of God, Omniscient Reader, Infinite Murim, Questism, Dead Mansion, Illicit, Transcendent Academy, Surviving Barbarian, Manager Kim, and Kubera. And basically, they all started at 500 coins of value, and depending on how good the chapter was, the value of the coins increases, and that's like that. But it can also decrease depending on if like the decrease or increase factor depends on if the chapter ends in a positive or negative way for the main character. Ado as a singer, yeah. That's why Ado works a bit differently. The Ado thing it only gets updated monthly, it gets bonuses for new releases, and it depends on monthly listeners instead of like quality and stuff like that. Also, Prophet of the Future, welcome. For example, as you can see, the Transcendent Academy thing skyrocketed really fast because it had many good chapters. How much stock do you have? Do you have stocks? Matcha, Haku, Ruby, Maro, Pate. You don't have a portfolio yet. You basically you can just say what you want to buy. So like, if you want to buy, let me open this so that you can see the worth. So if you say, I want to buy 3 Omniscient Readers Viewpoint stocks, that's like 3 times 830 coins. Let me also rename it to... I'm using the full name. Prophet of the Future's portfolio. Also, because that is something that I just assume because it, yeah, this is why I'm late. It happens. Also because I kind of messed up on that one stream that I accidentally streamed completely privately, like on the private settings. Where is the thing that where is it? There it is. Because one stream that I completely messed up, I do have a Discord server now linked in my description below. So if you want to join my Discord server and have a look at that, where you can talk with me outside of streams, where you can also have permanent access to looking at the stock market to see if you want to buy something, you can click on the link in the description below, where you can find my Discord server now. So it's up to you guys if you want to invest. It's always like right now, because the stock market just started, it's smart to invest in certain things, because like obviously a lot of stocks will grow. You also have the advantage that you kind of know like how the chapters are going to develop, because I 221 to 223 chapter of RV, it should be on my YouTube. Let me check. There is Omniscient Reader. That is Omniscient Reader 224. That is Omniscient Reader 220. That's the private stream, right? Yeah. Those are the streams. Let me look. I think those were the streams which I needed to edit something out. Which means instead of streams, they are a video. But they should be there. It should be on my channel in video form, and it should be in the Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint playlist, but I don't think you have access to the playlist anyway. I'm so stupid, I need to actually give you access to the playlist. Inhalt, playlists, this one. No. Okay, let me change this. Let me delete this. Let me make a new one. How do I do this again? This, and it does multiple playlists. Read throughs. And it includes Omniscient Reader, Tower of God, and Kubara. And then you can see the playlists for the things. Then I need to go on the Omniscient. Let me pull this up because this is more important than other things. Let's get on the second thing. Let's go in the Omniscient Reader thing. I see this in video. Yeah. Well, as a wise man once said, I go big or go home. All my coins are on the RV, since it's the only one I'm here for. Sorry. It's okay. It's all good. Sometimes it's just that you care about one story. They don't have time to read and be invested in other stories. I see this in video. Yep. So if you want to go all in, that means you need to, if you type exclamation point coins, exclamation point coins in the chat, we can see how many coins you have. And then we need to bring out the calculator, because you have 6,090 coins, which means I need to do 6,090 divided by 830 with the current value of Omniscient Reader, which means you can buy 7 Omniscient Reader viewpoint stocks, which is 830 times 7. So that would mean you need to type in exclamation point gift coins, then you need to type in Pyro space Prima plus 5,810. It should be like this. And then you buy 7 Omniscient Reader viewpoint stocks. And then someday you might be willing to sell those stocks to have more coins to use in future things. Only because other times it's against my schedule. Okay, so that means I will go into your thing and make it so that you have 7 Omniscient Reader viewpoint stocks. And we actualize, and there it is. And yeah, Prophet, if you want to buy anything, also just let me know. Because I want you guys to have as many coins as possible so that you can enjoy the future content that is going to come as well. Because that's how it's supposed to be. You guys are supposed to have fun to a degree. Gonna one day forget about this channel and one day suddenly come back to see I have a shit ton of stocks. It's like, holy shit, I bought Omniscient Reader viewpoint stocks when they were worth 800. Now it's suddenly worth 10,000. Holy shit. But please don't forget me. Please don't forget. Okay, let's get into the reading again. An industrial complex should be nearby. Industrial complexes are like cities in the demon realm. Ooh, looks kinda... It has the medieval vibe, but it also looks... Steampunk is the wrong word, but it has like some sort of science fiction-y vibe. There's a plant that grinds up the broken story fragments with a residential area surrounding it. If I recall correctly, the closest industrial complex should be Siswitz. Okay. Can I move on? You're behind on fuel collection for the day. Is that the overseer? Seeing as he is with them, this must be a large-scale collection. Grrr. Attribute Demon King candidate has been activated. That startled me. Steampunk vibes with a bit of AOT walls. I get that, yeah. Oh, it seems like a zombie demon monkey. I want to stop. What? Please kill me. Kill me, please. This is what happens to those who have lost their story. They remember no one, and none remember them. Dr. Kim made the decision. We are in the landscape of the Demon Realm, Part 1. He killed the monkey, and he puts the number of the monkey on his arm, I guess. Is that right? Is that that should be the same number, or is that like a mistake? It seems to be 424 on his arm. 6424. 6424, yeah. If you go closer, you can see 6424. 424. Yeah, it's 6424. So let's see. On Dogjaw's arm, it says 642, and then the other 4 must be slightly around the arm, unless he made a mistake in faking the thing on his arm. Nope, but he did right. Sometimes you just need to scroll, but I think it's fun sometimes to look around these things. It's so crazy, like, seeing how transparent his arm still is. Like, this guy, he doesn't have much longer. Next! Okay, I'll blend in with the collection slaves and enter the industrial complex. They don't inspect the slaves as thoroughly as other travelers. That's all? Your yield today is pathetic. Ooh, look at that. One attack and smacked to death. I guess Dogja would survive such an attack. Hey you, take this one with you. Throw him in the fuel tank. That's the Demon Baron Chishefen. Ooh, that's the Demon Baron Chishefen. I could kill him if I tried with all my might. Next! But if I got rid of the Overseer myself, the Duke who owns the industrial complex would likely notice me. It'd be dangerous to face them now, without a fully intact physical incarnation. I mean, all these look pretty neat. Like, you got like 3 different types of grimoires. You got like a diver's helmet. That one, it seems the most trash. Those rocks, I don't even know. But this planet system thing also looks pretty cool. Oh wow, you've actually brought quite a lot. Whew. You all need to take a page from his book, got it? The yield's been much too inadequate lately. At this rate, you'll all be used for fuel. Good work, 6424. Go on in. You have entered a scenario. You seem more whiter than the others. Must be my imagination. We don't judge skin color here in the demon realm. That's a human thing to do. You have entered a scenario. And this is the end of today's chapter already. Is there excerpt? There is! Doctor impersonating the fourth wall. Redder and Jungyok for once, that is. It's cute. Novel chapter 194 of 551. I didn't know the identity of the fourth wall, but it clearly wasn't an enemy. Rather, it was the one who's saving me from the exile penalty. Sleepy... Hold on a bit more. You should say something to make it easier. It was hard to survive the exile penalty even after gaining a body. Well, nothing was easily solved. This was why I didn't rush, despite wanting revenge on the Nebulae. So he does want revenge. That part was not there in the webtoon. So Dogja wants revenge. He wants to get back on all the constellations. Can he even see color? Can flies see color? I don't know. I thought flies can see even more colors than us because they have so many eyes. I just assumed that they could see many different colors. Who wouldn't want revenge? I don't freaking know. It makes sense, but it just isn't openly stated in the webtoon. Which is like, why didn't... I mean, we didn't get the inner monologue, but Dogja could have like said to the fourth wall something like, just hold on a bit longer. Once we get out here, then we can give back to the Nebulae what they deserve. I don't know. Just if he says that out loud, it's obviously way easier to understand. Because right now, it's just like, it's at least not the focus on the webtoon. But in the novel, it seems like it was always on his mind. He did not like focus on something else at the moment. The revenge was always on his mind. But in webtoon, it seems like he's just focusing on surviving at the moment. I do think this chapter was not as good as the one from last week. It was still good, but not as good as the one from last week. So I'm going a bit lower in rating, but it's still good. So, and it also is in favor of Dogja. Pretty good. Prophet, I ask you again, because stock market is open all the time, but unless not Sundays. Sundays is closed. Sunday stock market is closed. Do you want to invest, my man? Huh? I mean, it's a setup chapter, and every story needs one. True. Setup chapters are very needed, and obviously setup chapters are sometimes, though, setup chapters can be just as good or even better than like action-filled chapters. Because they basically, like, they set things up. They have, like, cool things and everything. You want to wait until you have 20k? But the prices are going to increase. I mean, yeah, you can do that. Considering everything, you're right now very close to 19k. I mean, technically, it should almost be maybe next week when you get to the 20k. It could be next week already. Bro is waiting for the stocks to crash. But do you really think that the Omniscient Reader's viewpoint stocks are going to crash? I don't know if you guys read more than what's available on Webtoon, but because some people also know like at least the next 10 chapters, or some people even know the novel, that basically means you can predict when the stock market is going to go down or is going to go up. Now the anime gonna bring it up. Oh yeah, the anime could also, depending on the quality, crash things. Can't wait to watch the live action as well. Gonna be interesting. Because you guys need to have a lot of coins. Stock markets always crash. Yeah, a little bird twitchered to me that the stock market is going to crash in January. When does the stock market usually crash? Stock market. Isn't it also in January? Stock markets lows in the year. Is there a time in the year? I do think. I need my coins. But you can also need more coins. Is there a time in the year where the stock market always crashes? Does Google tell me something? There's no specific time of the year when the stock market always crashes. but certain present period, blah blah blah. October has historically been associated with market crashes. October is normally a market crash. Well, that also means like we literally have October right now. Stock market open in October. That's not a good sign. Summer slowdown or end of year rallies. What are end of year rallies? I'm not good at stock markets. I have no idea what it's all about. That I need to investigate the stock market to make mine work. Good sign. So it means we should invest now. Kinda. I mean, every stock started at 500, but we all know that it's basically going to go higher and higher and higher, right? So like right now the stocks are at these values. As you can see, there's one story already that's increased. Where's Kuba? There's 2 story already which are over 1,000 or 2,000. Can you get in debt if a stock crashes? The lowest a stock can fall is to 100 coins. The lowest it can fall is to 100 coins. But yeah, it doesn't go into the negatives. The lowest is 100. But I think I still need to overwork that because in my opinion, the way how it's working at the moment is still not entirely working. Make it all text black. Okay, no, it's all the same. It can fall below 100. I still need to adjust it because the whole thing of like it grows when it's ending positive for the character and it falls when it's negative for the character. That's kind of meh because most stories end, like most chapters end with like a positive thing for the character, right? There are only rare occasions when it actually ends like on a bad cliffhanger, like for Omniscient Reader's viewpoint. How often does it end in a negative thing for Dogja? It always is like at least somewhat hopeful, right? Like the last thing that was negative was like his death. Like that's negative, but it like these negative things don't happen as often. So I feel like I need to adjust it so that it's not really negative, but it's on different things as well. That it triggers on, like it can decrease on different things as well. Because otherwise it will only rise and the stock market will grow too much. Da, da, da. 6 Murim, 6 ORV, 6 Quest. Are you reading all of those? 6 Murim. I need to calculate all that. Equals thing times 6. Equals this times 6. And you said 6 ORV, which is this, equals 6, equals this. So in total, it would be, I'm gonna head out now. Have a good one. Dad, we'll see each other again. In total, that would mean you would need to send me 1,650 coins. Not 1,600, 16,050 coins. Do you remember the command? Where are you? Prophet, let's pull you up. Let's get in there. Yep, that's the right command. So that means right now you have 6 ORV, 6 Murim, and 6 Quest System. That's a very balanced thing. So I can delete that. I can close that. I can close this. I can actualize this. And then I need to remember he has 7 ORV and you have 6 on those, which means I'll go into this thing here. So there are 6 in here, 6 in here. You bought 6 ORV, he bought 7 ORV. He buys 7 ORV? Yeah, he bought 7 ORV, right, that's correct. 6 and 7 is 13, so in total there's 15 ORV now. And this is how the distribution of every stock bought currently looks like. Very interesting as distribution. And I can also look at this. These are all the coins that I got sent by other people so far. I don't think that I earn coins. I don't think so. Because I don't even get the message of like 150 coins for being here now. So that's all of your coins. That's all of your coins. But technically, you guys have already more than those 60,000 coins. Which is crazy. Like, you guys have already the stock market at first. Nobody have Murim and Quest besides me. Nope. Nope. You can see, let me go into Dia Show. Matcha Mage has 4 Ado, 9 Lookism, 2 Omniscient Reader, 2 Illicit, and 1 Kubera. Haku has, I think, 7 Tower of God and 13 Kubera. Ruby has 7 Kubera. Maro has 3 Kubera. Pate has 4 Kubera. Dad has 7 Omniscient Reader. And you have 6 ORV, 6 Infinite, and 6 Questism. And then there's other people who just haven't invested yet, like Drifted, Arika, Lachi, and then just default portfolios where other people need to do something. They're missing on it. For real. It's also just like, these are, like, I chose these stories specifically because I think those are the stories that I enjoy the most at the moment on Webtoon. Except Tower of God. Tower of God is mainly here because I read it on my stream. I'm not enjoying Tower of God at the moment. But yeah, that's about it. So considering all this, it's interesting. I just like to follow this, like seeing these kind of growth vectors. This week it's going to stay the same with in favor and not unfavorable for a main character. But for next week, I'm going to try to think of a different solution. So that's going to be interesting. And then we're going to see when the stock growth market for characters is going to start. Because the character stock market is still not open yet. But it's going to start in the future when a new project on my channel starts. I'll bookmark this. I use this music every time. Okay. But I think I'm going to end stream here for today. I think that's it for now. As always, thank you guys for watching. As I said, there is a link to my Discord server in the description below if you want to join it and discuss things on Discord, or want to look at the stock market in between streams to see if you want to buy things, because you can always buy things. And all these things, and also like future things will get announced on there sometime as well. But for now, all that to be said is stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay cultured. See you in the next Omniscient Reader, Tower of God, or Kubera stream. Until then, take care. Bye!
Nicht, wenn du das wissen willst. War ich zu früh?